so now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we have a base 10 number, which is 299. This is base 10. We want to convert it to base 8. Okay, we want to convert it to base 8. So probably the easiest way to do this is to think of the units, sticks, and flats that I talked about with the Alphabetia. Remember when we were talking about the Alphabetia, we had a flat which represented 5 sticks, and 5 sticks represented 5 units, so a flat represented 25 units, right? This is in base, this was in the Alphabetia. And then I had a stick, which was 5 units, and I had a unit. Okay, so that was 1. Well, when we're in base 8, we still have flats, sticks, and units, but instead of each stick representing 5 units, it represents 8. So, okay, base 8 means I take 8 units to make a stick. All right. So this would be 1, this would be 8. And then I take 8 sticks to make a flat. So this would be 8 times 8, which is 64. Now if I want something bigger than that, if I take 8 flats, then I would actually have a cube. 8 times 8 times 8, and a flat, 8 times 8, and a stick, which is 8, and a unit, which is 1. Now if I wanted to take 8 of these, I'm not going to draw it, but I would have 8 of them, so that'd be 8 to the 4th, etc. All right, so let's go back to this 299. What I want to know is, can I make a cube out of 299? Well, to figure out if you can make a cube out of 299, first have to figure out what 8 times 8 times 8 is. That is 512 units. So if I take 512 units, I can create a cube out of it. But do I have 512 units? No, I've got 299 units. All right, how about flats? Can I create flats out of 299 units? Well, the flats are 8 times 8, which is 64 units. Can I take 64 units out of the 299? Sure. 299, I'm going to take out 64 units, which is a flat. And how many units am I left off with? So 2, 3, I have 235 units remaining. Well, I can make another flat with that. So I'm going to take off another 64, which is another flat. And I have 71 units remaining. Oh, sorry, 171 units remaining. Can I make another flat with that? Yes, because I need 64 units to make a flat. So I'm going to take off another 64 units to make another flat. And how many units do I have remaining? 107. All right, so I'm going to erase some of this so I can have more room here. All right, so what do we got so far? I've taken off 3 flats, and I ended up so far with 107 units still remaining. So I can take off one more flat, and I have 43 units remaining. Can I make another flat? No. All right, so now I have to start making sticks. Okay, so I ran out of flats. I can't make any more flats. I don't have enough units left over. I only got 43 units left over. So now I have to start making sticks. Remember, there's 8 units in a stick. So if I take off 8 units, that's a stick. Make that a little stick there. So take off 8 units, and I have 35 units remaining. Can I make another stick? Sure. So I have 35 units, and I'm going to take off a stick, take off 8 units to make a stick, and now I have 27. And repeat until I can't make any more sticks. 19, take off another 8, I have 11, take off another 8, and how many units are remaining? I have 3 units remaining. All right, so let's see what we got. I've got this flat, this one, and this one. So how many flats did I end up with? I ended up with 4 flats altogether. How many sticks? I have this stick, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks. And how many units did I have remaining after I took off my last stick? I had 3 units remaining. So base 8 would be 453. We don't say 453. 453 is a base 10 number. So if you tell me 400, you're telling me it's a base 10 number. The way you read a base 8 number is just read off the digits. 4, 5, 3, and then you say base 8. 4, 5, 3, base 8. Don't say 4, 5, 3, 8, because that's a different number. Say 4, 5, 3, base 8. Okay, 4, 5, 3, base 8. Now, is there a quicker way of doing this? Yes, there is. So let me show you the same problem with a quicker way of doing this. Okay, so let me erase this. I have 299. I know that I cannot make a cube out of this because I need 512 units to make a cube, but I can make flats out of this. So to figure out how many flats I want to make, remember there were 64 units in a flat, I'm going to divide 299 into, or 64 into 299, and let's see what we get. So 299 divided by 64 is equal to, if I use my calculator, you can do this by hand, but I use my calculator, it's going to give me a decimal, 4.67, etc., etc., etc. Okay, what we're interested in is the 4. Okay, don't worry about that decimal. That's not going to help us. So remember long division, we take this number and multiply it times here, and we stick it under here. So 4 times 64 is 256, and we subtract 299, subtract 256, gives me 43 units remaining. So this number, this 4, tells me how many flats I can make. 4 flats. And this tells me how many units I have remaining. So now I have to check to see if I can make any sticks. You always, if you have flats, you always have to check sticks. You always have to check units. Okay? You can't skip any places. This is a place value system. You can't skip any places. So now what I'm going to do is a stick has 8 units. So I'm going to see how many 8 unit sticks I can get out of 43 units. So I'm going to take 43 and divide it by 8, and that will give me another decimal, 5.67. whatever. We don't care about the point whatever. We only care about the 5. So I'm going to take 5 multiplied times 8. That gives me 40. And I'm going to subtract. And I get a 3 units remaining. So this tells me how many sticks. I have 5 sticks. And I have 3 units remaining. And your answer is 453 base 8. I don't care which method you use to get the right answer, as long as you get the right answer. Notice we got the same answer both ways. So you can either subtract off the flats, subtract off the flat, subtract off the flat until you can't do any more flats, subtract off the sticks, subtract off the sticks, subtract off the sticks, or you can divide and you'll get to the same place. A little bit faster with the divide. All right. So anyway, answer 453 base 8.